Hello, Mr. Chong and all my fellow students. Today, our group is going to be presenting on the topic, which is SDG6, which is a short form for Sustainable Development Goals 6, and is focused on clean water and sanitation. So, my group members consist of me, John Lim, Imran Nizam, Kelvin, Akihisa, Ilu, and Ashley. Okay, go to the next slide. Okay, so the reason we chose this topic is because clean water is a basic human need, and there is sufficient of fresh water in the world. The only problem is that in Malaysia, there is little or lack of awareness of the importance of clean water and sanitation. Malaysians all take it for granted, and in the long run, it's going to affect not only our country, but our own well-being. There is two major problems currently, which are water pollution and water crisis. So, as you can tell, in the past few years, there is a lot of either water shortage or water stoppage issues, where our government has to issue a few days water stoppage to clean the water because of pollution. As in the previous year, especially this year, I think there is roughly at least 2 water stoppage issues. So, as this has caused a lot of problems, as a few days without clean water could really disrupt our everyday lives. Like even 4 days or even 3 days of no water could really affect our everyday lives. So, moving on to the next slide. Moving on to my other groups.
In Malaysia, the Orang Asli community is the most affected when it comes to water. A report by United Nations Special Rapporteur Leo Heller said that East Malaysians lag behind Peninsular Malaysians in terms of having adequate access to water and sanitation. For instance, in Sandakan, the villagers there got water from rivers, factories, or nearby hills. Some of them even had to travel by boat to go get clean water. The Rural Development Ministry did manage to successfully provide water to 82% of Orang Asli settlements. However, some water treatment facilities are still not working, and that could be due to the fact that they were abandoned or the fact that they were too sophisticated for Orang Asli to maintain without adequate training. A recent water crisis in Malaysia is water contamination due to the illegal dumping of oil, diesel spills, and discharge of toxic effluents into the rivers by unethical factory employees. These pollutions bring the operations at a water treatment plant to a halt to prevent further damage. However, long-term closure of these water treatment plants lead to its water being contaminated and higher costs to detoxify the plant. 4 water treatment plants in Sungai Selangor were shut down in April by Air Selangor in order for cleaning to commence after odor pollution was detected. They have since been put back into operation, but water levels in the main reservoir have dropped to a concerning level, leading to unscheduled water disruption for 1.2 million residents in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor.
Alright, now I will talk about the intended aims. Our first objective is to generate 100 concurrent followers on Facebook. Following that, we will also share at least 2 posts on Facebook in a weekly basis. This is to create evidence-based progress and allow our followers to track how are we doing in the current stage. Also leaded to the next objective, which is the fundraising of 150 ringgit and donated to UNICEF Malaysia. Alright, when it comes to measurable outcomes, our group has also tried their best to create awareness of increasing the usage of biodegradable products through the weekly posts on Facebook. We have also earned more than 50 likes on Facebook as we estimate. Importantly, we achieved the fundraising objective in advance and donated to UNICEF Malaysia, which was targeted to complete in the late June. Right now, I will pass it to my next member to talk about the activities.
So, to achieve the aims and outcomes, the main activities involved delivering contents on Facebook, where we share the minimum 2 posts weekly. For instance, as you can see here, in our first post, instead of directly addressing the issue on water, we posted what are the benefits of having clean water. The subsequent post, for example, addressed on how people can keep their water resources clean and create awareness on how organizations can be part of keeping the water resources clean. So before we started inviting our friends to like the page, we thought it would be better to have a contentful page so that once we start inviting people to like our page, our audiences will be able to look through all our posts in a shot. By doing so, we managed to keep our audience interest and managed to attract them to have a part in the donation to UNICEF Malaysia. So as a result of all our activities, we managed to gain 53 followers, and we also managed to achieve the 150 ringgit fundraising for UNICEF so we can donate to them. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Imran Nizam, and I'll be talking about the resources used throughout this assignment. The first resource is the manpower allocation. We separated into two groups which consist of 3 members for each group. The first group did a research on the SDG that we chose, which is the clean water and sanitation. The research was conducted by 3 members, and the information gathered will then be shared to the rest of the group via online meetings. This brings us to the next group and also the next resource that we use, which is the internet resource. The other 3 members were in charge of creating posts on the FB page, which we post twice weekly. Each of the 3 members will then take turn every week to post on the FB page. Using this platform, it allows us to create awareness to the mass audience on what is happening to a certain community, which in this case the Orang Asli people. Moving on to the next resource is the financial resource raise. As previously mentioned by my group members, we were able to raise a fund of 150 ringgit to UNICEF Malaysia, which in a way will help the Orang Asli community to have access to clean water. That's all for my part, and now I'll pass it to my group member.
So I'm going to talk about the conclusion. So clean water is very important for everyone. There must be a reason why SDG6 appear. The purpose of creating Facebook page is to let more people to be aware and take the water pollution issue serious. We raise the fund is to let more people to support and donate us about the clean water and sanitation issues. We will also fully donate the fund to UNICEF. From our presentation and report shows that the water pollution in Malaysia is quite serious that will affect everyone in Malaysia. So I hope that the Malaysian government will find out our page and be more aware on the issues of water polluted. And also, I hope that Malaysian government will be more alert and strict on the people who polluted the water. That's all for me. Thank you.